constantly use it as a crutch to justify their incompetence and their corruptness. We can thank people like Zbigniew Brzezinski, who is actually the advisor to Barack Obama, who befriended a so-called freedom fighter, Osama bin Laden, that according to George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, and the FBI either did or did not mastermind the attack. Which is it? Oh yeah, and he supposedly died like maybe a month or two after the attacks, but of course our good friend Barack Obama said, oh no, we killed him. Where's the body, Barack? Oh, well, it's been 14 years, nobody gives a damn. 14 years after the attack. We can also contemplate this magic act that took place when 19 suicidal hijackers, most of them Saudis, pulled off the crime of the century without any help from any other government. Saudi Arabia. Why not? No. And they pulled it off without the intelligence that in the past protected this country from something so horrific as this attack. How is it got through? How is it happen? We are protected by some of the finest soldiers and the finest Air Force in the entire known galaxy, and yet, this got through. In the past 14 years, we have forgotten, and this is the most important thing. If anything you're going to listen tonight, before you tune me out if you find this just offensive. In the 14 years of past, we have, or maybe we haven't forgotten, that Dick Cheney, Paul Wolfowitz, Richard Pearl, and others, that similarly in method, if not entirely in substance, wrote a manifesto that became a strict blueprint for the expansion of the military-industrial complex and the advanced police state in the United States. And this manifesto was called Project New American Century. And there was a subpart called Strengthening America's Defenses, and it was a blueprint for the police state. It called for the necessity of more military spending, the militarization of space. It called for the toppling of regimes, the offensive stance of our military against Central Asia and the Middle East, and the willingness to use nuclear weapons to control the world's resources. The problem that faced the authors of this radical plan is that the American people would not stand for it, at least so they thought. There's no way Americans would stand for this radical change and money going towards the military. Americans knew of the warnings of President Eisenhower and his exhortation to not allow the growth of the military-industrial complex. All that Dick Cheney and his planners needed was a body count. All that was missing was what one of the Project for the New American Century planners called a Pearl Harbor-type event to galvanize public support for unlimited military action. Later, the planners got what they had written about as planes were hijacked by terrorists. Two met their targets in New York, at the World Trade Center, and the other hit the Pentagon. The Project for a New American Century was established in order to send a clear message that the United States was no longer going to be a country on the defensive. David Morrison wrote, "The PNAC, Project for New American Century, was established in order to encourage the government to maintain or even increase military expenditure to enhance U.S. dominance and deter rivals. The hard part, according to PNAC, was to convince the American people that it was necessary. In Section 5 of their plans to increase spending for the military-industrial complex entitled Rebuilding America's Defenses, Strategy, Forces, and Resources for the New Century, it clearly states their intent." And I read the quote from PNAC. It says, "This report proceeds from the belief that Americans should seek to preserve and extend its position of global leadership by maintaining the preeminence of U.S. military forces. Today, the United States has an unprecedented strategy opportunity. It faces no immediate great power challenge. It is blessed with wealthy, powerful, and democratic allies in every part of the world. It's in the midst of the longest economic expansion in its history, and its political and economic principles are almost universally embraced. At no time in history as the international security order that is conducive to American interests and ideals. The challenge for the coming century is to preserve and enhance the American peace. Yet, unless the United States maintains sufficient military strength, this opportunity will be lost. And in fact, over the past decade, the failure to establish a security strategy responsive to new realities and to provide adequate resources for the full range of missions needed to exercise U.S. global leadership has placed the American peace at growing risk. This report attempts to define those requirements. Now, the report went on to propose a revolution in the United States military capabilities, including increased global missile defense, which is to provide secure bases for U.S. power projection around the world. The report then falls into a bit of reverse causality when it states, this process of transformation is likely to be a long one, absent some catastrophic and catalyzing event like a new Pearl Harbor. A year later, on September 11, 2001, a new Pearl Harbor did indeed occur. And that fact is, this uncanny coincidence has never been investigated, nor has the Project for a New American Century and their agenda. It's never been questioned for the intent, and that is beyond me as to why that never happened. The paper also favored the idea that a biological weapons threat would be a very interesting prospect at the time. It says here, advanced forms of biological warfare that can target specific genotypes and transform biological warfare from the realm of terror to a politically useful tool. In 14 years, did we forget that the anthrax was sent to various newspaper agencies and political foes of the Bush administration? And in 14 years, have we forgotten it was all in that plan provided by the Project for the New American Century? Makes you question your own memory when you consider perhaps there are crisis talks about what kind of manufacturing crisis we had initiated and will all be carried out. See, the manufacturing crisis must also have maximum impact in order to create a climate of fear and absolute urgency to create a fear-based consensus that will demand a solution as easy and as fast as possible. The 9/11 attacks provided that and more. After 14 years, we still live in a culture of fear. And one has to remember, if they ever read The Project for a New American Century and understood the intent that was written by men who we trusted. 888-673-3700. That's 888-673-3700. We'll be back.
If you or someone you know is addicted to drugs or alcohol, this could be the most important message of your life. Write down this number or store it in your cell phone. But call 1-800-426-6186. That's 1-800-426-6186. By calling the treatment helpline for drug and alcohol addiction, you can turn your life around. Our advisors will match you with a proven 5-star luxury treatment center that will end your drug or alcohol addiction once and for all. Your future can still be bright. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through. Let us help you break your addiction to drug or alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential, and if you have private insurance, there should be no cost to you. Take 5 minutes of your time and call right now. It may change your life for the better. Call 1-800-426-6186. That's 1-800-426-6186. Call 1-800-426-6186.
Wake up to something new. A better way to start your day is here. Wake up to Harry's. Say goodbye to that overpriced old razor and say hello to a great shave at half the price. A Harry's shave set includes everything you need to get started. A razor, 3 high-quality blades, and shaving cream for just $10. That's a month of shaving for just $10 with coupon code 7979. Harry's saves you money by owning the factory in Germany that produces their razors. Their precision-angled blades are crafted for sharpness and comfort. Shipped directly to your door, all with free shipping. You can place your order at harrys.com. Shipping is free and quality is guaranteed. Harry's just makes things easy. So say goodbye to choosing between expensive brands or cheap disposables and say hello to Harry's. High-quality blades at a price you'll love. Just go to harrys.com right now and enter promo code 7979 at checkout to get $5 off your first purchase. Get a month's worth of shaving for just $10 with code 7979 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 7979.
On a time, there lived 3 energy hogs. Now, an energy hog is what you have when humans waste energy. One day, the 3 energy hogs set out to find themselves a cottage.
Let's look for leaky windows,
Said the first energy hog, for he knew that would waste energy.
Let's look for leaky doors.
Said the second.
Let's look for a swing set.
Said the third, for he had more blubber than brains. So they set off down the road. Presently, they came upon a tiny cottage where dwelled a clever girl named Dreadylocks.
I hope it has leaky windows.
cried the first energy hog.
I hope it has leaky doors.
Cried the second.
I hope it has a bathroom.
Cried the third, for only his brains were smaller than his bladder. But Dreadylocks liked playing cool games at energyhog.org, and from energyhog.org she learned how to use energy wisely. So the three energy hogs were forced to look elsewhere to waste energy, and had to use the disgusting restroom at the gas station down the road. And the moral of the story is, to use energy wisely, log on to energyhog.org, or waste not, hog not.
This public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Close your eyes in Chicago, and you can hear the sound of zebra braying in Africa. Look hard out your window in D.C., and you can see the snow-covered peaks of the Andes. Stand on a corner in LA and feel the hot wind of the Sahara brush across your face. The world is that small. We are that connected. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together, making it so simple for you to make a difference. Because we are many, and we are one. Please visit us at earthshare.org to learn more. Earthshare. One environment. One simple way to care for it all. A public service message from Earthshare and the Ad Council.
I'm Black Lewis, you're listening to Ground Zero. You know, 14 years coming.
WFLF Pine Hills, Orlando. WMGF HD3 Mount Dora, Orlando.